What's up, guys? Welcome to the vlog. It's actually current day, the day that if you're watching this when we uploaded it, but I needed to preface this video. The vlog started at lunch in the hotel restaurant, and Abby had a loud meltdown, so we ended up stepping outside to help her calm down. I didn't show the meltdown for obvious reasons. It sucks to watch anyway, trust me. Might need to take her up to the room and help her calm down, we'll see. It's okay.
You're doing good.
Yeah, you're doing great. Take deep breaths. A little frustration. Don't know what set you off.
We're gonna try to order you some food.
So another reason we know this is not a behavior is because this overpowers the desire to eat. Like she is more concentrated on the meltdown, more focused on the meltdown than she is on food. So if you guys know Abigail, that's pretty intense.
You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you.
Great job. She's working really hard to calm herself down.
Yep. But you can see when she does stuff like that, she gets tense again. So you just keep her from not doing that so she doesn't get tense.
Right.
Hey, you need squeezes? I can squeeze. I can help you squeeze.
You're doing great. Good job, Abby. Good job. All right, let's go get some nachos. So since we are staycationing in Jacksonville, we figured we'd do a little touristy stuff in Jacksonville and show some of the cool things that we've got here in downtown, because nobody ever talks about downtown.
Right. It's not like New York downtown.
Right, so it's kind of dead here. It's amazing. Like you wouldn't even, I don't know, it reminds me of the apocalypse. Like something's happened and everybody left and we're the only ones here and we shouldn't be. That's what it reminds me of. Priscilla said this looks like something out of Jurassic Park.
Doesn't it?
Like this is where we store our dinosaurs in Jacksonville. Okay, Ev, we're going on a boat ride. Okay? Sounds good?
Yeah?
Yeah?
It's okay. You're gonna be fine.
We're gonna ride that boat. That's the St. John's River taxi.
That is the Rudy Explorer.
It's good, clean fun.
Good job, Al.
Good job, Abby. Committed to that one quickly.
You're okay. You're okay.
You're gonna be fine.
Yeah. It's you and Summer Fountain.
Friendship fountain. Aww. So we just did a little short trip across the river, and then we'll get on the boat again later. So they're always having like festivals and food and wine stuff and things like that around Friendship Fountain. Yep, there's like every weekend, right? I would say there's something going on in downtown Jax.
Yeah.
And we have a big arts community here too, so there's always something artsy. Aren't you just an eager beaver today? Look at you, go ahead. You got this. I am so proud of you.
Wow, Abby.
Look at you.
Good job.
Okay. No fussing, no nothing.
I know. Just walk right on.
Nice job.
You got it.
Good job. You are doing great. Okay, hold on to the rail. Ready? Hold on right here. There you go. You got it all by yourself. All by yourself. Good job. Nicely done. Okay, we're gonna wait for the tram to come. We're gonna ride the monorail, okay? It's like one thing after another, guys.
Sit right here.
Yeah, let's go sit down on the benches. Lots of successes lately. We got the fireworks, we got the escalator, the boat was, you know, we'll see how it goes the next time we get on it. She was super fussy and nervous about that. Then we're gonna get on the monorail and see how that goes. Super excited for her. You're doing a great job, Ab. And we have no hair ties. Abigail, tell him, say, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up for me doing so awesome.
Thumbs up.
There you go.
I'm so proud of her. So hot today.
It is so hot. You know, we're like, why don't people like coming to Jacksonville, like coming to Florida? There's so much to do here. It's so much fun. And then it's like, oh yeah, it's hot. It's super hot in the summer.
Scoot over, Summer.
barged right in.
Yeah. She's like, okay. It's okay. It's just a tram. It's just a tram. It feels funny going this way, huh? It's okay.
So this would be good testament how I talk about all the time about getting her out and doing things and doing things and doing things. And we've had a few people, a very small amount of people that have said, you know, why do you make her do that stuff?
Yeah.
And as you can see, it gets better and better and better every time we do it. You know, so that's why she can take on the world much more easily now. So every time we do stuff like this, Abby, you're a living testament. All that riding of crazy. Oh, it's really hurt that. It's like, I want to be free. Oh, you look pretty. All that riding of crazy stuff was for good reason, Abby. We got a surprise for you. But first, let's go into someone's big old mouth. What do you think of that?
See you guys later.
Bye.
Abby, you want to pick
Hope
their
everything
nose?
comes out all right. Get it? Because you'd come out on the other end? Never mind.
Do they have a bad root canal here? It's pretty weird, right? Yep. Abby says yes.
It's so weird. Look, Ab. It's Sweet Pete. Sweet Pete.
Are you so excited? Come on.
I love it here. Ab, come here. Look. Look. What do they have here, Ab? Abby, hold on.
What is it?
Hold on, wait.
What is it here?
What do they have? What are we going to get? That's right, candy. Okay, this is like our world famous candy shop. This was on The Prophet, the TV show The Prophet. So this place is pretty amazing. I'll give you a tour. So they have a candy factory here at Sweet Pete's, and you can take candy making classes. You can take Isaiah took a soda making class here once because, you know, he likes craft soda. So he took that class and he brought home some soda, and it was not good.
He didn't make a good soda.
He didn't make a good soda. He should stick to taking pictures.
Trying to pick out the perfect candy. You have to fill your little box for $4.
Oh, you're so. She's gonna put it.
Good job, put it in here. I was trying to take over while you weren't here.
Good job.
Hold on, thank you. Oh boy, we're so busy in here. We're super busy. Okay, you have to fill your bucket up. Fills in all the little holes. So you get
Super smart.
So you get your money's worth.
Super smart.
You know, you fill it up with your big things and then you just go through and kind of shake it.
Yeah. Super
Come here,
smart.
Abby.
Come back over here.
What are these gummy things right here? Do you want some of those?
She's pretty excited. Hey, you want some gummies?
You want this? Here, you scoop it. Just gonna work at her pace. There's no rules. Look at what they have here. You've had this before.
Oh, candy corn?
No.
Chicken feet. She said chicken feet. Not that kind of chicken feet, but
Hey, do you want some chicken feet? Yeah?
you remember the chicken feet? Okay.
Holy cow, Abby. No, you have to put it in your bucket. There's your little box.
That's super cute. So what do they charge you for that little box?
$4.
$4, that's awesome. Okay, so there's like, I don't know, how many rooms? It's an old 2-story house, right? Like 3-story house, yeah. Oh, really, really big place. And there's probably 6 rooms, something like that. And then they have a restaurant which has really, really good food. Then they have the candy factory, and they have like the classroom type area, like where you go in and learn how to do stuff. So lots of cool stuff all in one place. They really did a great job with it. It's a neat place. It's Definitely a top thing to do in the summer. And of course Abby loves it, as you can see. And then behind us here, Summer, is Hemming Park.
Hemming Park.
Yep, so there's like a lot of the videos that we've shot of us in downtown have been here at events here, like with food trucks and stuff like that. Been right there. What a pro! I just can't get over how great she's doing.
I know. Next thing we know, you're gonna be leaving home, coming downtown all by yourself.
It's just to ride the monorail and the escalators. Watching Abby get on the escalator has become so boring now because she's so good at it. I'll start watching you.
Okay, thank you. And tell me good job when I do it, because they make me nervous too.
I know.
That's it.
Look at you.
Like you can drive.
No, say I'm the captain now. Alright, goes it up.
Sweating.
What a day. What a day.
A young boy walked for the first time thanks to the determination of a local student. How the teen hiked a mountain with medical supplies on his back to help a stranger.
Coming up at 6 p.m., FaceTime interview with our local news and Isaiah. That's exciting.
A little boy nearly 3,000 miles away is able to walk thanks to the determination of a local student. And this is new video now of Stephen walking for the first time with his new walker. And new at 5:30, Action News Jack's Ryan Nelson introduces us to the teen who hiked supplies up a mountain to help a stranger.
Isaiah Moss climbed a mountain in El Salvador so a child he doesn't even know could take another step towards his future.
I definitely teared up when he started walking.
Moss and friends hiked a mountainside to personally deliver a walker and forearm crutches to Stephen. He lives with nonverbal autism. Moss says their living conditions left him speechless.
It was very heartbreaking.
Moss tells me Stephen was abandoned by his mother. He lives with his grandmother in a village that relies on farming and fishing to survive.
There is no AC, there's no running water, there's no clean water unless you buy it from the store, and that's too expensive for a lot of people to afford.
Moss says Stephen's grandmother often had to leave the 6-year-old on the mountainside until they delivered the supplies he needed to make the journey himself.
He saw the walker. He didn't really know what it was, but he pulled himself up on it and he realized it was able to help him walk. And he was just so excited.
An excitement that couldn't be faked. Moss says he'd do it again.
The commercials on TV about kids in other countries and the hard times that they face, but you don't realize the gravity of it.
The 16-year-old wants to retrace his steps in a return visit. Further proof that Isaiah Moss hasn't yet reached his peak as a humanitarian.
Sister Abigail has nonverbal autism as well, so I know the struggles, and I just couldn't imagine if she lived in a world where she didn't have the services that she has in the States.
Reporting on the South Side, Ryan Nelson, CBS 47 Action News Jax.
Thoughts on the news story?
Loved it. Made me cry. My son had his name, and then below it was humanitarian. How amazing is that? Like, I'm so proud. I really am proud of him. I mean, he's a typical teenager sometimes, but, you know, he's a great kid. Super lucky to have him.
Thoughts on the news?
It was amazing. I teared up when Syl started crying, but when he started talking about Abigail and it went full circle and everything, it was just really cool to see.
Yeah. Your brother talked about you.
Look at her makeup.
Look at your makeup. Dad put on makeup for you. You look beautiful.
Show them.
Let me see. Look. Show me your lips. Your lips. Beautiful. Love it. Fabulous. I went a little heavy on the blush there because I used eyeliner for blush, but you know, whatever.
Eyeliner?
You didn't use eyeliner.
Or eyeshadow rather. I don't know the names of things. Yeah, I use eyeshadow for blush. Fancy, right?
Fancy.
You thought you were lipstick, Mama. I'm eyeshadow Papa. You look gorgeous, Abby. You kind of look. It's kind of Halloweenish. Here, come here. Let me see.
Halloween.
No, would you come here? Gosh. You're gonna get makeup all over the pillows. Priscilla's like, not my makeup. It stays on. Come here. Look in the mirror. Look at your pretty face. Beautiful, huh? Yeah, you love it. Okay, guys, it's time for some real talk. We don't have a real talk intro for Priscilla, so that was my real talk intro. But Priscilla has a real talk.
I have real talk. So today we were on the boat, and I just was telling Asa that I couldn't imagine going my whole life with anxiety of not knowing what's next. With Abigail, you know, we went on a boat a couple of weeks ago, and it was a fast boat. She was in her bathing suit. We were getting in the water. Today we went on like a tour boat, so obviously you're wearing regular clothes. And just her anxiety of not knowing what to expect. And I think that younger kids have that anxiety. But for a 13-year-old, it's hard because typically they would know, okay, we're gonna go on a tour boat, and they would know what to expect. I thought about that and the fact that we have her do all these different things, and we talked to her through the whole thing, but she still doesn't know what a tour boat is, I don't think. She didn't know what to expect. So she was super anxious, but she did great after she got calmed down and realized that we were just hanging out and just gonna go down the St. Johns River and have a good time. So if you ever see a kid in a new environment, and there may be, because she did have a couple of meltdowns today in public, and I think part of it is just not knowing, the fear of the unknown. So I can't imagine living my entire life like that. And it just, I don't know, it hit me today when we were on the boat, and she was grasping mine and Summer's arms for dear life, like she thought it was gonna take off or something. So even though we've been doing this for about 12 years now with the autism part of our lives, we still have those aha moments. Just her going up the escalator and her getting on the tram, and all of these things just come so second nature to all of us. And to have someone, to be with someone that you love or care about, and to see them struggle through that but get through it and be successful was just warm to my heart for her today. But in the same aspect, I realized, like, wow, I can't imagine living my life that anxious about not knowing what is going to happen next. And as many times as we tell her and we show her on devices and we talk to her about it, she still doesn't know. So just look around, even with your own child, with a family member or someone you don't know, and if they're having a hard time, maybe try to feel like what they're going through and just help them get through it. But don't give up, because as you can see today, Abigail came so far with the escalators. I was so proud of her. Yeah, things are going to be tough, but she got through it and she had a good time today. I mean, she really did have a good time. Even with a couple of meltdowns, we got through it. I was just so proud of her. But just don't take things for granted. Like, know that other people struggle with your everyday things that you don't even think about. Going up an escalator or going to a new hotel. We're all excited. And she's excited, but she has that anxiety as well. So she's just like, oh my gosh, where are they taking me now? What are we gonna do? So even though she understands a lot of what we say, some of those things she does not understand. And it's not that she is not smart enough, it's just not in her world. So that's my real talk with you guys. And just be kind to one another, help each other out. If you see someone struggling, maybe help them out, give them a hand. She loves to hold people's hands. Anybody's hand she'll take. Going up an escalator or going on a boat, she doesn't mind. So just be kind to each other. That's my real talk. Thanks, guys.
Okay, guys, that's it for us today on the vlog. Thanks for hanging out with us. How did you like Priscilla's real talk? It was good, right? I just realized the camera's crooked. Was it crooked the whole time? My bad. I'm a pro. Abby, you wanna come say goodbye? Thanks for watching. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye. Close it out. No, up here. No, here, fix it. Ready?
Abby, pick its nose.
Ew.
Don't really.